Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, if I give you a question about what do you want to be when you grow up, what kind of profession would you answer for that question? A leader of a company, a doctor, or even a teacher? Well, I guess it's pretty variety. If we think about it, even though there are different professions out there, the base that become the foundation is of course an education, right? But is it really guaranteed? Well, everyone, my name is Abiy Ghazalee and I'm from Islamic State Senior High School 1 Jember, and this is what I'm going to tell you all about. Ladies and gentlemen, as we already know, education is the foundation for everything. It is not uncommon for good education to produce important people who have ranks and positions in society. But how come? Just imagine if our country was led by uneducated people. What is the worst case? Of course it would be destroyed, right? So from here we can make a hypothesis that good education produces good leaders. But is it actually like that? Well, it's not. Unfortunately, humans do not only have minds, they also have hearts. But why? Why is this unfortunate? Doesn't this mean that humans are the most superior and most established creatures to be leaders? Well, in fact, this is the challenge. Education is not just about cognitive abilities. There are still many things that require education in it. For example, education about norms. Something as simple as this is still considered trivial and not properly educated to the next generation of a nation. Many still think that education is only to sharpen the cognitive abilities of an individual. Without them realizing it, the lack of educations about things that seem small like this can revert to something very crucial. Do you need an example? Well, let's take our beloved country as an example. In Indonesia, it was recorded that throughout 2024, I repeat, throughout 2024, there were 93 recorded corruption cases. How in the world could this be happened? This is the result if we only focuses on developing cognitive education in each individual, who is the successor to the nation. Education plays a very important role in shaping an individual, including an individual from a leader. Honestly, our country has smart leaders. You could even say there were plenty of them, but what we need, what our country needs, is a leader who is not only smart, but also an honest leader. It's useless if the leader is smart but doesn't use their intelligence in the right place, right? Nowadays, education holds a very crucial role. The rampant abuse of power by irresponsible leaders leaves a question mark on the education that they have received. Because the sad reality is that the higher your rank as a leader, the higher the temptation to abuse the power that we have. If you don't get the right education, proper education is not an education that only sharpens the mind and cognitive abilities, but rather an education that teaches us to be human, that teaches us the importance of the responsibility that we get along with the leadership that we get. Ladies and gentlemen, what conclusion that we can take from this speech? Well, the conclusion is that education is not merely to sharpen our mind. Education is more than just that. A bright future comes from a brilliant leader, and a brilliant leader comes from a brilliant education. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of my speech. I hope that we can learn something from this speech. Thanks for all of your kind attention. Have a great day and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.